Hi family, welcome back to Diaries. Today we have another feature on the channel. We are here with Veecakes.
Yes.
And we're going to be speaking about her cake business, or her, would you say cake business or cupcake business?
Cupcake business?
Cupcake business.
The specialty is the cupcakes. So
literally.
Yeah.
So we're going to be speaking on her cupcake business and speaking on what inspired her to make it, what inspired her to transition from like an idea to actually making it a reality, and then just speaking through all the details, creating her logo, what inspired her to create the logo, the Instagram page, getting clientele and everything like that. So yes. So where do we start? Okay, so what made you want to make a cake business?
So I think at first it was like I just had a passion for baking.
Yeah.
Like I just liked baking like all the time, especially cupcakes. So even when I was younger, like a little girl, I would always just be like to my mom like, oh, I want to bake. Can we bake? Can I bake? Can I bake? So she would always have to like help me start it up and like help me bake and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like from there, I've just always grown up like knowing how to bake.
Wow.
So it was just literally second nature to me. Like I knew how to do it. And then I kind of just thought like I can make some money out of it.
Definitely, 100%.
So yeah, from there I kind of just looked at what I would need to do for a business, like starting it up, the things I would actually need, like the equipment, stuff like that. Looked at obviously trying to start up the Instagram page, because that was like the main focus. And obviously Instagram is good for businesses as well. So
definitely.
I was like, I need to start up the page. Had to think of the name as well. And just got everything together from there, and it was just starting little by little to grow. And I'm still growing.
Yes, definitely.
Still growing.
And she's doing very, very well, guys. I'll have all of her links down below and I'll put it on the screen there.
But so I think from there I think the name came about as well because I just thought like, what am I gonna call it? And then I thought I want it to be something linked to obviously me. So obviously my name's Veecakes, so I just thought with the V and then the cakes, I was like, and then a lot of people call me V anyway for short, so I was just like, oh, Veecakes, like it has a little ring to it. So I was like, I like that. So I went with that. And then the logo, for like a while now, like from ages ago, I've always been like designing things like on my phone, like posters, like invitations, like all of that kind of stuff. So I knew it would be something that I was gonna like be able to make,
definitely.
And that I was gonna enjoy as well making it. So I kind of just like just tried out messing around with a few ideas, and then it kind of just came together and I made it. And then I was like, this is it. This is the business. This is the brand.
Wow.
So
So for someone that wants to create a cupcake business, would you say it's cost effective to start up? Like, is it like, can you budget with it, or is it quite expensive to start up?
I think it's definitely affordable for sure. Like I think, to be honest, cupcakes, I don't think they actually require like a lot. So you don't actually need that much like for cupcakes. Like you just need to have an oven. As long as you have an oven, that's the main thing.
And a mixing bowl.
Those are like the main things. And then obviously the ingredients you can get from the shops and whatever not. So it's not expensive at all. I think the more like costly stuff are going to be the things like cupcake boxes, the decorations, because obviously like you have to cater to so many different like occasions, like kids' birthdays, then you have like anniversaries, weddings, like a 21st birthday, like there's so many like different stuff. So that stuff is also what is probably where the most of the money is kind of like going. But I think just in general, especially if you're just starting off, I think it's not expensive at all, like at all. It's a very cheap business really to start. So if you are a baker or good at baking desserts or anything, then go for it. Don't put off.
100%. Make it happen.
Even
if it's baby steps, even if it's planning, or I don't know, what a first step, even practicing in your house to like get the taste to how you want it, get other people as well to taste your cakes, get opinions. And yeah, I just say just start, honestly. And make Veecakes be motivation to just start, because her cake business is doing so well. Like, please check out the Instagram in the description below to check it out. She's done so many cupcakes so far, so many different occasions, and it tastes good. It tastes so good.
But it is important though as well, I think, to like, obviously when you start, just like make sure you don't have that limitation or thinking like, oh, okay, I'm like here. And like, I don't know, let's say you start making, let's just use cupcakes as an example. You start making just a normal vanilla sponge like cupcakes. But then it's like, at that moment, you're like, okay, I've perfected this, but I'm going to still keep doing it for a little while. But if you feel like you're at a stage where you know what you're doing, then just go for like the next stage.
Yeah,
like
100%.
There's no limit. Like, you just have to keep on going. Whatever you feel like you can manage, then just do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know how many like flavors now, but there's quite a few. There's quite a few now. Some are obviously more popular than others. Some are like the favorites where people love certain flavors. But yeah, even with that as well, like when I had the idea to create some new flavors, I even like baked some, and then when I was happy with how they were, I remember I was actually gonna record, when I was doing YouTube, I was gonna record a video and there was like a few people coming around that were gonna be in the video. So I had the cupcakes, and then I just told them like, okay, try these like 2 flavors and let me know what you think. Because I knew they were nice, but then I wasn't sure. But then everyone was like, this is so nice, like this one is sick.
So I was like, okay, doubted yourself a little bit.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure, because it's like when it's a new flavour as well, you just don't know how it's going to be perceived.
It's true.
So, but yeah, when everyone gave me like the stamp of approval, I was like, okay, good.
You're good to go.
So yeah, so just experimenting, like I think it can easily be something that you start in the beginning, and then once you've like got comfortable with what you do, you don't really experiment anymore. But I think it's so important to just keep trying different things, because 100%. There'll be one thing that could be literally the thing that sells like crazy, and then that's what just makes you make the money, you grow, like you end up having like deals with people, like you just never know.
You never know where it can go. Just keep pushing yourself, keep putting yourself out there as well. Don't be scared to put yourself out there. Don't be scared of like slow beginnings, because it can definitely pick up very, very fast. It can take literally one of your ideas or one of your like designs or whatever it is to like go out there, get popular, and then you never know, like your whole business page could start blowing from there. But yeah, and then how did you like balance making cakes with like also having your own social life, going to work? Like, how did you balance all of that when you started getting bookings?
Yeah, it was quite a big adjustment, because obviously you're so used to not doing that side of things. So when you start and you actually do start getting like bookings and people, you know, placing orders, you do have to make the time and like figure out like your schedule, like what you're doing and stuff like that. So yeah, like at first I had to kind of just like readjust to the norm, because I was as I do now, I work like 5 days a week, so Monday to Friday. So basically my evening times was like just usually for relaxing or doing other things, or if I need to go out, whatever not. So I had to really incorporate like what was happening within the business as well, and just to leave that time available. So yeah, at first it was like a little bit hard to adjust to what I needed to do and to give myself enough time and stuff like that. But yeah, now I feel like I balance it really, really well. Because I have orders, and the thing is with cupcakes as well, when you're doing it like self-employed, basically you are like, you're gonna experience like basically differences, fluctuations. So there can be literally months where I'll have not even one order. Then there's other months where I'll have maybe a few, and then there's other months where I'll have like 6, 7 like orders, like literally a couple every week, and I'm just like, damn, like okay, let's keep it going. So yeah, I think those times are definitely like the harder times, where I have to really try and factor in like the social life especially and stuff, because when you've got like a couple orders a week, you kind of have to see like, where you can fit in doing that. And especially because obviously if someone places an order, you want to take that order, of
100%.
course. But if you've got plans, I'm the first person that's always going to be like, oh, how am I going to work around this? Like, I'll make a way because I have to, you know, stick to my plans that I want to do and have these whatever social life plans I have. But I also am not going to like turn down that order. So I'll always make a way, like somehow to work around it. For sure. It's not easy, but it's definitely possible. Definitely.
You can make it work.
And
then is there any days where like you felt like kind of like giving up? And if so, how do you like push yourself and motivate yourself? Like, no, like I can like keep going. Like,
God, those days. I'm telling you. It's hard because the thing is, a lot of people don't know as well, like with cupcakes or just cakes in general, like it takes so much out of you. Like it's so much of our time, so much of our effort. Like it's physically like very tiring. Because sometimes if people place a big order, for example, and I have to do a lot of decorations, because some decorations may be very like plain and basic. Other times, if it requires a lot of handcrafting, and that's the thing, a lot of things I might order as well from online, but other things I actually do create by hand, which is so intricate and it takes time. Because and I'm a perfectionist, so if it doesn't look right, I'm doing it again until it's right. So those times is really difficult because, you know, sometimes I've been like on my feet like 10 hours, literally baking the whole day, then you gotta do the decorating. It's long. Don't eat nothing. Like literally I'm just powering through working it. The only thing that's to get me through is I put on some music just to motivate me in the background
to keep you hyped up a little bit, keep
me awake. Because honestly, sometimes as well, like if certain things don't go right or like something breaks or I have a problem, I need to like quickly find a replacement. Sometimes I have to rush out to the shops. Like it's so crazy sometimes. Like even by the time I finish, and then I have to clean up the kitchen and the kitchen afterwards. That was when I look at it, I'm just like,
and you're already tired. It's like, oh my god.
So even then I have to end up cleaning the kitchen. Like sometimes I get to bed, I think the latest I've probably gone to sleep after like baking cakes and everything has probably been around like 3 a.m. It's been long. Those times it's very easy to just feel like in the moment, in the midst of it, when it's getting late and you're tired, sometimes I just feel like, why am I doing this to myself? I want to give up.
3 a.m.
This is too much. So those days definitely happen for sure. And I think what gets me through and motivates me is probably more than anything, just seeing the finishing product. Like when I see what I've created afterwards,
it's like it's worth it.
I'm just like, oh, like it was actually worth it. And sometimes I have to be like, oh, I'm good. Like,
like boost yourself up.
I should be doing this. So it's in the moment you can really feel like really like just drained and want to just throw in the towel. But afterwards, the results, like up until now, they've never failed me. They've always been something that I've been happy with. So that's what keeps me going. And also the customers as well. Like I have a lot of customers that give great feedback. Like even if they haven't tasted it yet, like they just see it and they're like, oh my days, like this looks so nice. And like just to see like how appreciative they are of it is something that really warms my heart. So I think that's what really helps. And I have a lot of customers as well that are like returners, that they come back a lot of the time and stuff. And like friends and family support as well, like even yourself. So that really like is something as well that helps me to just keep going.
And then for people that's like started a cupcake business and they see like a lot of competition, what would you advise them in that situation as well?
I think comparing yourself is definitely something that's hard not to do. 100%. Because we all do it in like general, like as just how we are. So obviously when you're doing something like a business especially, everyone's goal is obviously to be successful.
100%.
So especially when you see businesses that are doing the same thing as you but they're so much more successful than you, and sometimes it might even be the case as well that makes it even worse, is that they're maybe like newer than you and then they're just getting there and you're like, what am I I do it right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely hard not to compare yourself, but honestly, you just have to remember that you're like
your own
person.
literally.
Yeah, like you're an individual, like this is your business and this is special to you.
Yeah,
this
definitely.
is like representing what you do. Like someone else and other businesses, they've got, you know, their ways of doing things and whatever not, but no one is you, no 100%. One is your business.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep focusing on what you're doing and just remember and know as well that everyone's journey is different, because it's so easy to see on the outside like what's going on, but you just never know. Like the people that are like already just getting ahead and getting there, they could be from, I don't know, let's say a rich family where they're able to put 10 grand into the business just like that, or they've got, I don't know, people that are like very well connected and celebrities, so they get really big contacts and stuff. You just don't know. Like you really don't know what people kind of have out there. So you just got to work with what you have and take your steps. And it's even better because that means at the end, your like results and your testimony will be 10 times better.
100%.
Like the hard work, it will pay off. You really like actually did that. Like you really did that work. You put in that grind, that sweat, and now like the flourishing
masterpiece that you're creating.
So,
literally,
you
just have to develop your craft, stick at it, don't give up. I think what would be like the main point. So if we break down kind of what we've said so far, it would be to first of all start. Like don't second guess. Don't put yourself off. Start it, even if it's starting off by just making cupcakes in your house and you haven't published anything. Work on your craft, develop it, give it out to family and friends, make them taste it. Or even if you're going to an event, like ask them if it's okay to like bring some cupcakes. Alexis was saying presentation is also key as well. So maybe try and perfect your presentational skills so that when it comes to the point where you're launching, at least the presentation's there. Because you got to remember, when people come to your page, the first thing they see is the images or the videos of what you're producing. So try to like practice at home or do some research on different toppers that you can use or icing. I don't know nothing about all this. This is the one for that. But yeah, do your research, keep going. In terms of competitors, like just don't compare yourself. If you're going to look at it for inspiration, then that's okay, but don't look at it and then like feel bad or make yourself feel low or that kind of like want to give up on your thing because like, oh, like I'm never going to be like that. Just don't even think about that. Focus on yourself. Know that this is your journey. Know that everyone is so different. So even if two people are doing the same business, two people have different ideas. Two people will sell it in completely different ways maybe. Like there's always a space in the market for everyone in the world, and just because multiple people is doing the same business as you, it does not mean like you can't do it too.
Just on competition as well, like you are your biggest competition.
Yeah, it's actually true.
If you do ever feel like a time as well that you just keep on looking at other people and you're like, I can't help it, like I just keep on looking at it. What helps me a lot of the time as well is to look back at how I was when I first started. So when you look back at like that first initial like product that you produced to where you are now, I'm always like, oh my days, like you don't even realize, but you've made such an improvement. Like the growth is crazy, and then it makes you like more motivated again to just feel like, yeah, like I'm doing the right thing. Like if I got here in a year, by like another year's time, I'm gonna be even better. 100%. So that's fine. So yeah, like that definitely helps. Like just literally compete with yourself. Like you're the only person you need to compare yourself to.
Definitely.
And yeah, I think more than anything, just make sure that you are like passionate about it. Make sure it's something that you definitely know that you know are good at first of all, but also that you are gonna actually like love doing and put in your all in for like a career move. Because I think sometimes it's very easy to be really good at something. You can have a skill or talent in something, but if you don't really feel like you want to pursue it as a career wise, you just think, oh, like it will just make me money, so I'm just going to do it. But if you don't really enjoy it like that, then you're not going to be able to see the fruits of it, because 100%. It's not something that like is passionate for you. So just make sure that if you are doing it, it's definitely something that you can like follow through and just keep going.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't even know what else to ask this. I'm trying to think in my head, like, I feel like we've touched on the main things. Like, we spoke about about it being cost effective, like what made you start. You spoke about creating the logo, even the name. You spoke about like the journey of like fighting to motivate yourself.
Yeah,
I think we spoke on a lot of stuff, to be fair. A lot of the main things.
Quite a few things. I mean, I could say like some tips in terms of like getting out like the word and like how to spread
that's a good business as well.
So in terms of getting your business out there and spreading the word, obviously, as I've said, like Instagram is a really good place to start because it's got good connects. You can like promote it, show it and stuff. But also a good thing is, and it's something that I did that actually helped as well, is that I made sure I had business cards.
Oh yeah.
Because that is something that you definitely need, because if people are gonna, you know, place orders with you, you can always drop a business card or two into the bag and then they'll have that. And then they can, if people ask them like, oh, where did you get these from and stuff like that, blah, 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 give them the business card. Like,
literally.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's how it gets around. So business cards are good, or for you to just have on you. So if you meet people and they discover that you bake and stuff, you can literally just give them your business cards. My business card, take my card.
Literally take my details.
Contact me. So that's really good as well. I also printed like leaflets and then like posted them around as well, the area. So people locally will be able to kind of see it, and then if they are, because there's going to be someone that's looking 100%. For something, so they'll contact you and be like, oh hey, I saw this, and like, you know, what are your prices like, what, like, you know, ask more information and stuff. So that's always good. Or even if you wanted to, you could also like give the leaflets out, but like not door to door, just so you can give a more face-to-face kind of like thing. And that's something that I've been thinking about doing, is even doing a face-to-face round and just baking like cupcakes, and then as I go face-to-face I can give like one as a sample just to test us, so they can try it, because they might be thinking, oh yeah, like cupcakes, like whatever, but they might, obviously they're not, if they don't have something, they're not going to even think about it maybe, but if they actually have the product and they can actually try it for themselves, they might be like, ooh, this is good, like I want some. So yeah, it's just different ideas that you can obviously do. Sometimes as well, obviously it depends on if you're able to or not, but sometimes if you have like family members that might be, I don't know, like doing something for like Christmas, for example, bake cakes then and stuff like that.
Literally.
So it's just, you gotta put yourself out there for real. Even with companies as well, if you do like work in an office, or even if it's not an office, but even if it's retail or whatever it is, hairdressers, like it doesn't matter. Literally, bringing cakes one day, and that's what I'd done before with my workplace. On my birthday, I was like, oh yeah, like at first I was like, what could I bring in, and then I was like, oh yeah, I can bake cupcakes. And literally I baked cupcakes, put them in, everyone was like shocked that they were like made by me. So yeah, and everyone liked them. So you never know, next time that anything happens as well with the company, they could easily contact me and be like, 100%. Oh, we need cakes for this event or something.
And they'll remember the taste, like, Veecakes cakes was it.
Definitely. So yeah, there's so many different ways you can like put things out there. I think sometimes you just have to think outside of the box. Don't just stick to like social media, which, as I said, is great, but to an extent, if you want to reach out more people and if you want to get to like new levels and stuff like that, just think what else you can do, and there's even more than that. So
so much options.
And
what can we expect in the future from Veecakes?
Well, Veecakes, I'm definitely going to be pumping more into it in the new year for sure. I'm going to get active, like a lot more active, because sometimes I can be so bad at posting, like as well. I'm so bad at that. But yeah, the new year I want to be a lot more active. I want to be like just baking all the time until I'm like tired of cakes. A lot of people obviously have arts from before as well, and still arts constantly. Like, when are you doing like actual cakes?
Yeah,
and that is something that is going to be coming next year. 100%. I've decided. Like, 100% is definitely going to be. I've researched again into what I need, like the start with everything. Perfect. So I know, and yeah, that might be as well doing a rebrand. Could be, maybe see how I feel, a new logo and whatever not. So yeah, there's big things coming. Maybe some new flavors. I don't know. So yeah, just look out. 2024. There's gonna be some stuff happening with Veecakes for sure.
Yes. Yeah. So guys, if you're so interested, if you're so interested. Okay. So guys, if you are interested to buy some cupcakes and interested in getting cakes in the future, please head down. What's wrong with me? Head down to Veecakes, which will be detailed in the description box below. Please support my girl. Please buy some cupcakes. Oh, that's another good question. So is there like a radius of your delivery for cakes? That's actually quite important.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When you get orders from like North London and like West London,
I'll be like, oh,
literally.
Yeah, so the area is definitely more related to like Croydon area and anywhere that's like kind of close around there
within London.
Yeah, definitely London. Definitely London. Yeah. But yeah, there was actually one time where someone wanted me to do cakes and they were in Birmingham and they wanted to do it for like a wedding, I think. Whoa. This was like a few years ago and I was just like, like how am I going to do this? And like obviously I wanted to do it because it was a wedding and like the amount would have been good profit because the money was good. So I was like, oh, that's good. But then I was just thinking, how am I going to get them down there? Like, and then it was just like, if anything happens to them in the like transit, it's going to be my responsibility. So it was just very complicated. So I didn't end up doing it. But yeah, it was crazy that they were still like, like, can you do it still?
That's crazy.
So yeah, at the moment, unfortunately, it's only more so the London area, unless you want to come down from Birmingham and pick it up, or from anywhere. But yeah, that's fine. But yeah, in terms of like where I live, it's literally the London area. At the moment, I am doing collection only, but obviously, if it is if there's like no other way around it and it needs to be delivered, it's always something that I can like, you know, talk about as well and like implement into it. So yeah, that's the radius really.
Literally. Yeah. So yes guys, if you have enjoyed the concept of this video, I actually want to do a prayer for your company as well. I should start doing this, you know, so at the end of like every person that I speak could just like pray over them, pray over their business if they got business. That's really nice. That would be that's a good idea. Yeah. That would make it like, sorry guys, I'm like literally confident. You'll get used to me. But yeah, I think that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Lord Father, I want to first of all thank you for my sister coming down today to help support my business, to help, you know, help other people in the world as well. We pray that this video touches someone that needs to hear it, even if they don't want to make a cupcake business but just needed to listen to two people talking and just having good vibes. I pray that it touches them and reaches them. I pray over my sister's business that it continues to flourish and grow. I pray that nothing comes towards her that is not of her and not of you. I pray that you continue to bless it and guide it. I pray that multiple customers keep returning to her business, keep flourishing her business with just positiveness, love. I pray that it reaches many places. I pray that it reaches multiple places. I pray that it reaches a place that she could never have dreamed of. And I pray that no matter what my sister's going through that I don't know about, I pray that you continue to guide her, continue to protect her. I know that I'm always here for her, always by her side, always ready to support and be there and pull up, and I am there. But yes, we love you so much, Lord. I mean, thank you so much for bringing us together to record this video. And we pray that this video just helps so much people over the world. In the name of Jesus, we pray, amen.
Amen.
Yes.
I thought I had something on my face. I felt like, you know, people like something's on your face,
Yeah.
but then I was like, I can't move right now.
One of them situations like, go wait out.
Yeah. Thank you for that. That was so nice.
It's alright, sis.
Aww.
Yeah, so I just pray that your business just continues to grow and flourish. It reaches places that you never even imagined it to reach.
Amen.
I already know that it's going to continue to do well.
Yeah.
Sis, like once you start something, it's just gonna 100%. And that's another thing, consistency is key, guys.
Yes.
With whatever business you're starting, if it's the cupcake or whatever, be consistent. Like sis was saying, have passion in it as well, because if you're not passionate about it, you're less likely to be motivated to continue.
Yeah.
And yeah, just don't give up. But if you like the concept of Boss Diaries and the episodes that you've seen so far, then please head down and subscribe to the channel.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and you like the video and you share the video.
Okay. And you leave a comment down below. And yeah, we'll see you in the next episode of Boss Diaries. Bye.